Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Savage Crucible Wave 2, Krieger the Shunned. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Articulated Empire is your newest online retailer for shopping for your favorite figures and toy lines like Mythic Legions, Savage Crucible, and Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, to name a few. They ship your orders quickly and securely. Visit articulatedempire.com today and build your empire. All right, here we have a look at the front of the package, and again, I love this absolutely beautiful artwork here on the front. I love how that changes per figure, per wave. We have Krieger the Shunned right there. We're going to find out why he's the Shunned. Have the runic symbol right there. Little write-up of the state of the Crucible right there. And then, as always, you open up the book-style window box here, and you get his write-up. If you want to pause that and give it a read, you certainly can. And then there we have a look at Krieger and all of his goodness. I can't wait to get this guy opened up, see which card I get, see which special weapon I get. All right, so let's get after it. Let's get this guy opened up and find out why he's so shunned. All right, let's start things off with his card. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, I don't have this one. We have a cup, the Tankard of Celebration. Dig that. If you want to pause and read the stats, you certainly can. Always enjoy getting cards that I don't have. Add to that. I don't. You know, it's okay that it's a cup. That's cool. I'll add it to the collection. And then next up, we do have the sword here, and oh boy, I got a longin'. Let's see. I got a big boy. Let's see what we got here. Oh man, I got the Jolly Rancher flavor. I love this. This is, of course, I don't know. Do they call this the Poison Blade or the, I forgot what they refer to these as. Is fire, ice, earth, and poison? I don't remember. I'm so sorry, guys. This one always looks like some sort of like candy or Jolly Rancher to me. Man, this is great. This is really cool. I love this. This is so dope. I love getting the big swords. I love big swords. Speaking of big swords, he's got one. I think I have the card for this particular blade as well. It looks very familiar. I love all of the nicks and dings. So if you read the bio for Krieger, you know that he is a sort of like a blacksmith, or you know he'll do pretty much anything for some coin, and so he does carry around a sharpening wheel. And then the three things that he always has on him is his sword, his axe, and his sharpening wheel. And, you know, I'm going to say, hey, Krieger, you could have done a better job keeping your blade up, buddy, because this thing looks like it has seen better days. I love the handguard right here. The wraps are painted beautifully, and then the pommel mirrors like the protruding circles, where these are like concave, these are convex. Protruding, and these are, you know, recessed in. Looks really cool. I dig that. Going along with this blade is this really nice sheath, this very thick wool and leather, fur lined and fur wrapped bedroll of a sheath. Looks like this thing has just been rolled up. I would have liked to see some paint on these wraps, but you know, that's something I can touch up myself. I probably will. But this is a sturdy, hefty piece. Plugs in right there, so you can put this on the side if you want, or you can put this on his back. He does have a place on his back to carry it. And then that sword, is it going to go all the way in there? Yes, it will. It's a tight fit, but it does fit all the way in. And there you have it. Yeah, it's a little snug in there, but that is nice. He also comes with this really cool axe, which I love. Again, this thing's got some nice pit marks that are like really sculpted in. It's really nice. I love the wraps being painted around there and on the handle. Looks really cool. He does come with this piece, which seems to confound and confuse many a reviewer. But I did see a review. Man, I've watched so many of these trying to figure out what this is. And I'm going to pass along what information I have. But you see this little, his his belt buckle, or this shield that is on his waist, that is serving as an armor part, an armored element of his belt. Well, of course, like many Savage Crucible figures, the belt buckle piece is removable. Now, you do have this little peg sticking out right here. If you don't like that, if you don't want that, let's see if I can do this. I think we could just turn the entire piece around like that, and you can just have this hanging down in the back. And then you could even put like another belt buckle, or like, you know, there's been some other elements that you can plug into the waist. You could plug that in back there, and then you could just turn this around this way if you wanted to. And now this is going to become kind of like a buckler, like a little tiny handheld shield. And then that's what this is. You would have seen, like, who have we seen that has like a little shield like this? Like Tila from Masters of the Universe has like a little shield like that. And so he could like hold this in his hand as like a tiny shield. Come on, open your hands up a little bit, dude. Work with me here. So, I mean, it's more of a, I don't think it's kind of more of an offensive weapon, really, to like bash people out of your way, and less of like a shield really meant for defense. So best I can tell, that's what it's for. And so we can just rotate his belt back around. You went around so easily that first time, and now you're giving me grief. And then remove this. And then just kind of pop that back on very easily. It goes back on very, very easily. A lot with a lot less effort than it takes to like push some of the side pieces in. But yeah, so got that taken care of. Let's take a look at some of his hand options. We do get 2 gesturing hands, which I love, always getting gesturing hands. These are on horizontal hinges. He has 2, I believe these are going to be the vertically hinged hands, 2 sword or weapon gripping hands, vertical hinges on him in the package, and then 2 gripping weapon holding hands on horizontal hinges included as well. He does come with 2 distinct different head sculpts. So this one here, it's got some scratches, probably from a Lemurian, across this eye, hair slicked back, pulled back in like a little ponytail to keep the hair out of his eyes when he's working. Very nicely painted head. I love the dry brushing on the hair. I love that. Very nice touch. Something they didn't have to do. Some companies, a lot of companies don't, but they did. Looks really good. And then Krieger with his helmet on. And, you know, like they've said before, you know, this piece can be removable. You want to heat it up, maybe boil it in some like pretty hot water, and then slowly, very gently peel this off. You could probably use this on other figures that have removable hair. I'm not going to do that since I have both of these. I kind of, you know, if I want his helmet off, this is what he looks like. But I do love this helmet. I love the downturned horns, all of the wear and tear, and the bronzing and the oxidization that's going on here. The weathering on here looks really good. All the little dents and dings. I love the gold. It just looks really, really good. So let's pop this back on Krieger and get him up on the rotating base. And here's Krieger just standing straight up out of the package, just as he comes, looking pretty tough. I love this armor. I love the idea that his armor is very mismatched, and he has sourced it from all walks of life from across the Crucible. Nothing is his and his alone. It has been found, scavenged, you know, taken off bodies. So you're not going to see any matching parts here except for the boots. But and it does look like the lower leg armor is the same, but other than that, he's got a very nice asymmetrical design, which I love. It's just, that's character design 101. And yeah, I love it. I love all the little bits and pieces that are all part of this. I love that anytime you can weave in like storytelling into the design of the character. You know, why is his armor mismatched? Why does he have, you know, an asymmetrical design? Why is his armor different? And I love it. I love the hammered look on that right shoulder pad, and then that left shoulder pad, that huge one with the skull. Man, I could see that putting that on like so many different characters. Not just Savage Crucible, but this armor fits on other toy lines as well. You can sort of like play around and figure that out. But yeah, he's looking really, really good. Man, I got to tell you, Krieger was not one that was really on my radar for this wave. But again, like Nashorn, I get him in hand, I start playing around, start moving him about and seeing what he's all about. And man, the figure is really, really cool and really fun. And I'm like, I can't wait to like sit down, tear this guy apart, and then try to like mix and match his armor with other characters from Savage Crucible and see what I can come up with. But enough about that. Let's get him off of the rotating base and punch in on some of those beautifully sculpted details. All right, punching in on some of those details. Again, we've already looked at the helmet here, but man, look, like check out all this like sculpted in, hammered dents and dings. Man, it just looks so good. I love all of the leather work right here. It looks like it's being pulled tight with this ring, this gold piece here, the brown or gray right here, and then this really, really nice shoulder pauldron right there. Just looks great. I love the fur and the wool. Looks really good. This hammered look right here on the bracer and the arm guard, the gauntlet looks great. You have a little loop right here. I'm pretty sure that's for sticking in the axe and holding it. We've already taken a look at the little buckler here on his loincloth piece. Again, I love the plated armor stuck in the wraps. We have the gold belt buckle on the back. Looks really nice. And then those nice fur leather boots, but then wrapped with wraps and like the lower leg armor, like the little shin guards and the knee guards, looks just great. The detail on this guy, the storytelling, fantastic. Let's see if we can very easily put this in. Maybe we can, because this is a pretty substantial peg right here, or am I going to need to like heat this up? I don't know. I never know with these pieces if they're going to cooperate or not. It doesn't look like it's going to cooperate, but you know, that's what it would look like right there if you do get it on. Let me see if I can do it off camera. Okay, that actually really wasn't that hard. I did have to just take his this little piece off. It's really not that hard. I just took the head off and then just put this arm straight up and it came off no problem. And yeah, it pokes in just fine and it'll hold. That's a good hold right there. It goes in very securely. It's just not the easiest to poke in when it's on the figure. Same like right here on the side. Let's swap the heads out and just see what we're working with. If we change the heads out, I haven't done this yet, so oh man, he looks good. Like, I'm digging it. I still like the head look, the helmeted look. But yeah, that's a beefy boy right there. He's really nice. Let's get him out here for some size comparisons real quick. Let's bring out some other characters. Let's see. I have my current one of my favorite figures from the line so far. My version of Como of the Isles. I've got some various different parts and pieces on him. Let's bring in the Frazetta Warrior with ball and chain. You can mix and match. Now, color is not going to be the same here. Their skin tones are different, but you can see they all line up beautifully across, of course, the Savage Crucible line. If you want to see him next to like just a regular Lemurian with no armor on. Let's see here. Why is this guy so out of whack? There he is next to like a regular Lemurian. And then let's bring in case you want to see what he looks like with like a Mythic Legions. You know, fits in very nicely. 6-inch scale action figures, you know, they're gonna work well. They're gonna play well with one another. You certainly can mix and match any of these lines that you want. But yeah, this man is great. I'm digging it. Let's get him up into some lighting and into some backgrounds and give our final thoughts. Okay, Harbinger has got me twice now. There were really and truly the Krieger the Shunned and Nashorn the Disinherited were two figures that were just I just wasn't that excited for them when I saw them. I was more excited for the Jaeger and the Warrior with ball and chain, and like I love the lizards, man. I love them. They're great. We've got a lot of them, and it was time to shake things up. And I love the human bodies. I love how they've upgraded and integrated the human form in their line. It's looking fantastic. And then both of those figures came out the gate and blew me away. I'm going to go ahead and say that I think that Krieger He's going to be the sleeper hit of this wave. And the reason I'm saying that is because I think, like, if you're on a budget like me and you are looking for something to, you know, pick up and buy, when you see wave 2 of Savage Crucible, you may be more likely to be drawn to the warrior and ball and chain, right? Like, you're like, I need a barbarian, a human barbarian, and that's the one I'm going to get. And you may be drawn there. And so you may be drawn away from this guy who is, like, in character design, he's very similar. He is a tall, stout warrior with a helmet, nice armor, big sword. So, like, visually, he could be very similar to the warrior with ball and chain. But I'm telling you, once you get him in hand, once you open him up and you start messing around with him and you get him in poses, he's great. He is absolutely fantastic. And that's why I think he's going to be the sleeper. I think people are going to sleep on this figure, and then when they get him in hand, finally, they're going to be like, I wish I had not waited so long to pick this guy up. And I am the same way. I'm definitely glad that I did not wait too long to get this guy in hand to mess around with, because he is pretty fantastic. So thank you, Harbinger Studios, for you know, all of the figures that you're making, for the line, the wave, and your friendship and support of this channel throughout the years. I super appreciate it, and I appreciate each and every one of you coming and checking out my reviews and dropping likes, dropping shares, dropping comments down below. I really truly appreciate it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. Please continue to check us out over at Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am your Saturday Morning Toy Collector, Mark, and I'll see you in the toy aisles.